Hello, my name is Andrew Boye-Doe. I'm a lawyer and I've had a career in central banking. I am a financial sector consultant and been involved with anti-money laundering, financial intelligence center. Indeed, I was a director on the board of the Financial Intelligence Center of Ghana. I bring you greetings from Ghana and regards to colleagues, friends, and supporters of the Cambridge International Symposium on Economic Crime. Indeed, 2020 has been an eventful year. It's been an eventful year, causing a break in our convergence at Jesus College, Cambridge, to deliberate and find solution to matters on anti-money laundering, economic crime generally, and terrorist financing. The times in which we are now exposes a lot of vulnerabilities. And as you all know, it threatens life and livelihood. It is to the livelihood aspect, which is of course supportive of life, that I would turn my attention to in this brief discourse. And I'm talking about the economy, particularly the financial sector, which is at the heart of the economy, and more so the money market segment of the financial sector, which constitutes banks and other deposit-taking institutions. It is for these institutions to continue to operate in a sustained and meaningful manner, in a well-regulated manner, in full compliance of all prudential norms, to be able to afford continuity of livelihood in these times. We in Ghana are fortunate in a sense that our just completed banking sector reform and deposit-taking institution restructuring, recapitalization, introduction of new governance directives and codes for appropriate management and conduct of business in the money market came in well in these times to withstand the economic shocks that we are witnessing around the globe. Indeed, in the aftermath of the banking restructuring in Ghana, the balance sheets of banks have been strong. Strong annual growth have been posted by banks. If you look at the year-on-year figures, it has increased by at least 20% or slightly over. And it is in tandem with other segments of the financial sector, like the capital market, like the insurance market, and like pensions, that we will be able to achieve meaningful financial stability, and sustained sale to support businesses, particularly the small and medium enterprises, to which the broad mass of our people participate and look up for their sustenance and living. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, we see industry, not only in the financial sector, but industries around the globe and various aspects, manufacturing, trading, etc., deploying digital and technological solutions to meet the times and the demands, to engage and trigger their various business continuity and disaster recovery programs and systems, so that life and livelihood goes on. At the same time that we deploy technological and digital solutions and occupy the virtual space in conducting business, in doing meetings, in pursuing transactions, which has been estimated by some quarters to be 70 to 80% in the digital mode. At the same time, it's also a field day for criminal protests, economic criminals in particular, to engage in hacking, in compromising the digital space, in interrupting technological deployment or technological performance, to the detriment of businesses and their yields. So this is the time to trigger our surveillance and be up and doing in our regulatory regimes to ensure that profit does not go to those who don't deserve, and it does not go to those criminals who profit from societal vulnerabilities like this. So what does it take to be abreast, if not on top, of foreseeable and unforeseeable mishap in the digital and technological space? It takes total awareness and sound knowledge of the systems that we've deployed, our institutions, and the manner of conduct. It takes a robust legal and institutional infrastructure to be able to withhold the system in a meaningful manner and to be able to detect failings and opportunistic intrusions, to be able to stay on top of the game. I must say that apart from statutory corporations, which are in the minority, mainly governmental or quasi-governmental. The broad mass of business players are registered and regulated under a company's regime which rule book mainly is the Companies Act. We have a reform and reenacted and modified Companies Act in Ghana, which promises robust company regulation, which encompasses most businesses in the private sector and in the various spheres. Notable is the enactment within the law of disclosure of beneficial ownership and the maintenance by the company registrar of beneficial ownership register. It also takes institutions, particularly in the financial sector, to constantly review and assess the anti-money laundering systems and capacities to man this system and to be able to detect criminal activity. We also need a robust enforcement regime to enforce regulatory prescriptions, as well as anti-money laundering and countering terrorist financing requirements. There has to be apprehension and deterrence, and leading to prosecution. And where conviction is obtained, there must be proportionate punishment. A system also that tackles the process of crime so that people do not profit from such process. Again, technological solutions that are appropriate and that are under constant review, since the technological space keeps ever evolving and evolving within shorter space of time. Then again, just as we look to outsiders and counter their activities or be able to detect and expose and bring their activities to book, there is the seemingly insidious one, that is the insider. And as the theme of a previous symposium had it, the enemy within. Indeed, the enemy within turns out to be the most devastating enemy, because it is the enemy that is not easily detectable, depending on the skills of that enemy and depending on the weakness of that institution, so that monitoring, awareness should be able to deal with such situation before the untoward happens. Again, we need sharing of knowledge, ideas, information, and cooperation. There is cross-border cooperation to be able to grapple with issues, because the issues that we talk about economic crime, financial vulnerabilities, they do cross borders, and they happen extraterritorial. Again, our surveillance and protection of the cyberspace within our various jurisdictions is imperative, coupled with a strong regulatory regime and a regime that is constantly under review and reform to be able to match the tempo of criminal activities. Above all these efforts that we have to make to get a system that withstand vulnerabilities, that offer opportunity to criminals to turn it around and to profit from where they shouldn't, requires sustainability of effort. That is, you don't take your eye off the ball. As it is said, or it's been said, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. And so it is with all liberties, including economic liberty, that we keep our eyes constantly on the issues, evaluating our systems, processes, procedures, our capacities and performance, and comparing it with peers and other systems to be able that we are on top of issues or abreast with ever-increasing challenges and threats and costs to our economic system, particularly the financial sector, and more so the banks, which are the heart of the economic system. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to come to you from Ghana with this intervention. It is my hope that in 2021, we shall be able to meet old and new friends, friends of the symposium, colleagues, speakers, and well-wishers and collaborators of the symposium. I wish you well, keep safe, and stay safe.